Hello and welcome back to Hunt Hill at Home. This is a daily broadcast live from Hunt Hill Audubon Sanctuary that happens at 1 o'clock in the afternoon every weekday while the schools are shut down. I will be talking about different nature topics each day, so be sure to return to Hunt Hill Audubon Sanctuary's Facebook page to see the other live videos. Today we're going to be talking about birding, but first I've got our joke of the day. So, what do you call a bird that is very sad? A bluebird. I'm feeling a little blue right now because we only have me in the office filming this. My usual cinematographers are out because of the stay-at-home order. But lucky for me, this is my home, so I get to be making these videos for you still. So we're going to be talking about beginning birding. And a lot of the time when I talk about birding, people say, wow, I'd really love to start to watch birds and observe birds and become a birder, but it seems really intimidating. And I get that. But it is actually pretty simple. So, if you like to go out and observe birds or listen to birds, you are a birder. There's nothing more than that. Everyone can do it in their own way, and you don't have to be an expert to do it. Anyone can participate. It's a really great thing for us to be doing when we are stuck at home or have to social distance ourselves. It's a really great experience for you to go out and observe nature. I'm going to be talking about some of the tools that you can use and just how to get started in general. So, this is how I got started. Not everyone will get started the same way. And just a reminder, every expert that there is out there started as an amateur. So you can start out however you want. How I started out was by doing some simple observation. So, if you have your nature journal from before, you can grab it out and you can use that to help record what things you observe. So, right now it's raining, and I thought it was going to be a perfect day for this because when I woke up, the birds were singing everywhere. It just started pouring pretty hard here, so there's no birds singing. But if you do have a chance to get outside and it's not raining, you can be going out and listening to what birds you find. You can mark where you hear a bird. You don't need to know what that bird is right away. You can go ahead and write down where you heard it, what it sounded like, and you can make up your own onomatopoeia, which means the word that you use to describe what it sounds like. So, for example, a chickadee sounds like it says chickadee-dee-dee-dee, but maybe you hear tweedle-dee-dee-dee. That's okay. You can write down what it sounds like to you. Once you've done some listening for a little while, then it's a good chance for you to go out and try to find that bird that you've been hearing. This way you're going to make an association with what the bird looks like and what the bird sounds like. Now, the best way to do that is just to look out with your own eyes. But sometimes birds are far away. So I'm going to show you how to use some binoculars pretty simply. So each pair of binoculars has some covers on here to protect the lenses. Once you're ready to use it, you can just take off these covers. And there's also covers where your eyes go as well. Now here's something I learned recently. On the very edge of your binoculars, there's this thing called an eye cup. This is very helpful for keeping the right distance between your eyes and the lens. So, if you're not wearing glasses, like I'm not wearing glasses, you can put the eye cup all the way out by twisting gently. And now your eyes will be the right distance from the lens. If you do wear eyeglasses, you can leave the eye cups down because your glasses already have a distance between the lens and your eye. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the space between each of these lenses is the same distance as the space between your two eyes. So, what you can do is you can gently move them apart or together. Now, this is way too far apart for my eyes, so I'm going to gently push them down until they're the right space. And I'm going to look through there until I have one normal circle in there. All right. Now that I've got that set, I need to get these in focus. If I don't get them in focus, they're going to be very fuzzy. So, what I want to do is I want to find something far in the distance to look at. And it should be something really specific, like a leaf or a flag or any sort of thing that's not going to be moving on you too quickly. So, I'm going to look through the left lens first. This is important because the left lens does not have a focusing disc. The right lens does. So, if you look through it, you can use the main focuser right here, and you're going to keep your right eye closed and get it nice and focused. So, you're twisting this knob right on top to focus the main thing. Once you've got it pretty well focused for your left eye, now you're going to do some fine tuning so that your eyes are equal. So, you can move this focuser on the right one and focus on that same thing in the distance. Now you should be able to look through it with both eyes and have that picture nice and crisp. When you are adjusting these, this knob is really important for when you're looking at the birds. So, if you want to look at something nice and up close, you're going to be rotating it counterclockwise. And if it's far away, you'll do the opposite direction. Now, I always had a hard time finding the bird after I put my binoculars up to my eyes, and I learned the trick for that. The trick is you need to make sure that you keep your eyes looking at whatever you're looking at and bring the binoculars to your eyes. My problem was that I would look down at my binoculars and then I would lose it. I hope that tip helps you out when you're looking through your binoculars as well. The other tool that you might be using when you're trying to identify birds is a bird book. This is a really good field guide for using. You can use all sorts. Some use the color of the bird to sort them. Some sort them by the type of bird. This one sorts by the type of bird. Either one is totally okay to use. You can also use some online helpers. One great helper is called Merlin, and it's from the Cornell Labs. And it helps you with just a few simple questions. It'll ask you, what size is the bird? And you don't need to know for sure. Just make a good guess if it's bigger than a robin or smaller than a robin. Then it will ask things like, what are its main colors? What was it doing when you found it? And where were you when you found it? And those will all help you narrow down what sorts of things they are. All right, I hope this helped you get started with birding, and I hope you get to go out birding soon. If you have any questions, please comment below. I hope to see you tomorrow where I talk about feathers and we do a feather investigation. Bye!